Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome to another True Disciples of Christ Bible study. And we're your hosts, the True Disciples of Christ. Without further delay, we're going to turn it over to Yashabin, Qadar, and the good brother Stefan.
Shalom, 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 Akim, wa Akwa. Another True Disciples of Christ Bible study.
Khan, shalom.
Shalom, honored to be in the building.
Shalom, shalom, Yashabin. I think Benaya in the background.
Oh yeah, Benai's here now.
Y'all got anything y'all want to lead off with? I got a couple of precepts.
Hey, I just giving all praise to the Most High, man, and in the name of His Son, and every challenging situation that He brings forth, dang on, it's there to make us better. So if you're out there, you know what I'm saying, going through something, stay in the scriptures, stay around the brethren, and stand in your integrity, and Most High plead your cause. It is well. Being refined like gold and silver, coming out without blemish. That's all I got. All praises.
All praises.
Shalom, shalom. You want to lead out with anything, Benaya?
Shalom, 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 shalom. Another True Disciples of Christ Bible study. Stay in these scriptures, recognize all distractions, fast and pray. That's all I can really say. Continue in these scriptures for real.
Shalom.
Khan.
I'm gonna add if the brothers don't mind, I'm gonna add something. To begin with, a lot of us are parents, a lot of us are fathers. And I'm going through something right now that involves my daughter that's touchy. And in every situation, I always make sure to look at myself from all angles. And this is something I said to Kahan the other day, because I have the most paramount interest with my daughter. My daughter's interests need to be the most paramount with me. And so I say that as fathers, sometimes we don't always see where we go wrong. But if we listen, we'll always find our way, especially to our brothers that offers constructive criticism. Because it's not always easy for me to hear, hey, Steph, you could have did that different. Or Steph, don't get, whatever it is. It's not always easy to hear it, but it's very good to hear it. We got two ears and one mouth to listen twice as much as we talk. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, respect to all the fathers in here, and I wish every father only the greatest level of introspect upon himself to be the greatest father that he can be in the name of the Father. Now, that being said, I'd definitely like to sit back and get into some precepts.
Okay. We're gonna read the story of Samson, the book of Judges, chapter 13 through 16. You might want to jump out and read.
My Bible, I didn't even purposely, is open to Judges already. I just got to get to 13 and 16. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I'll be honest to say, I don't know where all of the books are, where they should be, and I'll get more familiar soon. As I keep reading. 13, Judges, chapter 13, verse 16.
No.
And
So like, verse starting at verse 1. We're gonna
oh, I'm
read
sorry.
those 3 chapters, 13 through 16.
13 through okay. Now I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Chapter 13. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. And
Come.
there was a certain man of Zorah, of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren and bare not. And the
Come.
angel of the Lord appeared unto the woman and said unto her, Behold now, thou art barren, and bearest not, but thou shalt conceive and bear a son. Now, therefore,
Salakia.
yes,
Just to to add to the scriptures, get some clarification to what we just read. It's speaking on how the children of Israel, how we are always disobeying the Most High, and how He delivered us to the hands of the Philistines, and basically it's giving you the genealogy of Samson from his father and his mother, and how his mother was barren. Story is similar to Sarah. She was up in age and couldn't have a child. Angel of the Most High appeared unto her. Shalakia, go ahead.
come. Now, therefore, beware, I pray thee, and drink not wine, nor strong drink, and eat not any unclean thing. For lo, thou shalt conceive, and bear a son, and no razor shall come on his head. For the child shall be a Nazarite unto God from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines.
Shalakia. It's similar again as the same things was told to Joseph and Mary about how they took care for their child, and the child of the Most High was coming. Shalakia, go ahead.
Pardon me, I found it. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, A man of God came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of God, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he was, neither told he me his name.
Shalakia. Now, an angel came to this woman and told her some things, and like a righteous woman who's living under the divine order, she went and told her husband. Pretty much something that Eve should have done in the beginning when the serpent came to her.
Come.
And she went and got her husband, and she spoke with her husband. So there's some food for thought. And then another thing I've realized is that he never told her a name, the angel. Salakia, go ahead, Op.
But he said unto me, Behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yes, no. I lost my
Verse 7, you got it.
7. I was on. Okay. But he said unto me, Behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and now drink no wine, nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from the womb to the day of his death.
Khan.
Then,
Salakia. Now, that verse 7 plays a major role in the life of Samson, because it's telling the parents that he's a Nazarite from the day he was born to the day of his death. He's a Nazarite. If you know anything about being a Nazarite, that's a covenant between you and the Most High. And that's the covenant that cannot be broken. Salaki, go ahead, Op.
Then Manoah entreated the Lord and said, O my Lord, let the man of God which thou didst send come again unto us, and teach us what we shall do unto the child that shall be born. And God hearkened to the voice of Manoah, and the angel of God came again unto the woman as she sat in the field. But Manoah, her husband, was not with her.
Salaki. Now again, in verses 8 and 9, it's showing that divine order of the Most High. You see, the angel went and told the woman something. The woman went and reported that to her husband. Her husband took it to the Most High.
Come.
Salaki, go ahead and read out.
And the woman made haste and ran and shewed her husband and said unto him, Behold, the man hath appeared unto me that came unto me the other day. And Manoah arose and went after his wife and came to the man and said unto him, Art thou the man that spakest unto the woman? And he said, I am. And Manoah,
Salaki. See, he's saying, I am. He's not giving a name again. Very, very key point. It's important.
And Manoah said, Now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, and how shall we do unto him? And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Of all that I said unto the woman, let her beware. She may not eat of anything that cometh of the vine, neither let her drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. All that I commanded her, let her observe. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, I pray thee, let us detain thee until we shall have made ready a kid for thee. And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread. And if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto the Lord. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, What is thy name? That when thy savings come to pass, we may do thee honor. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Why askest thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? Come. So Manoah took a kid with a meat offering, a baby goat, I'm thinking, and offered it upon a rock unto the Lord. And the angel did wondrously, and Manoah and his wife looked on. For it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. And Manoah and his wife looked on it, and fell on their faces to the ground. But the angel of the Lord did no more appear to Manoah and to his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto his wife, We shall surely die, because we have seen God.
Yeah, it's pretty. Kind of makes you laugh. Think about that.
That's Eve for you, man.
That's
No, that's the father said that to his wife.
The father.
He's thinking they seen the Most High. You know, no one could live and see the Most High.
Come on. He's sitting there like, we're gonna die. Exactly what he said. We're gonna die.
Yes, you're right. It was the husband said that. That's deep. But his wife said unto him, If the Lord were pleased to kill us, he would not have received the burnt offering and the meat offering at our hands, neither would he have shewed us all these things, nor would, as at this time, have told us such things as these. And the woman bare a son, and called his name Samson. And the child grew, and the Lord blessed him. And the Spirit of the Lord began to move him at times in the camp of Dan between Zorah and Eshtaol.
Shalakia. Another key point is that a lot of people like to just like to say, "Oh, the strength is in the locks." We've all done heard it, and the strength is in the Spirit of the Most High, because every time Samson did anything extravagant, the Spirit of the Most High always came down on him, always was upon him. And by him being able to receive that is through that covenant from him from birth, that covenant, that Nazarite, him being a Nazarite from birth to his death. So read on that.
Chapter 14. And Samson went down to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now, therefore, get her for me to wife. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all thy people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleases me well.
We see. So it really don't need no breaking down, but we already know the Philistines, they uncircumcised, they unclean, they not of 12 tribes. Basically what his mother's saying.
But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord, that he sought an occasion against the Philistines, for at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Then went Samson down, and his father and his mother, to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath. And behold, a young lion roared against him, a lion.
Look at how verse 6 opens out.
And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid. And he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he rent him. So that word needs breaking down right there.
1 second.
I always wondered about that. Is that rent meaning like rent a kid? Does that mean that he skinned basically a lion? He basically ripped him up.
Let me get a see, let me put it up in one of these dictionaries.
And he had nothing in his hand. Wow.
Bare hands. See, we looking at it as Samson, mighty. Not to take nothing away from Samson, but you got to remember verse 6 said the Spirit of the Most
Lord
High came mightily
upon him. I overstand. But he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he went down and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion. And he took thereof in his hands and went on eating, and came to his father and mother. And he gave them, and they did not eat.
They did eat.
Oh, and he gave them, and they did eat. Thank you, Slakia. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion. So his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him.
30 companions, huh? Sound like a polygamous situation to me.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, what's going on there? And Samson said unto them, I will now put forth a riddle unto you. If ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. But if ye cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. And it came to pass on the 7th day that they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee and thy father's house with fire. Wow. Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? And Samson,
okay. Can I say something real quick?
Go on.
So Samson was a hustler then.
For real.
Like, you know them guys that be in New York with the coin thing, and they tell you what coin, shoot the coin, which one has got the thing on it.
With the tops and the ball.
The 3-card Monty dude.
The card monster, yeah.
3-card Monty.
The hustler, man. The first hustler in the Bible they spoke about. Well, I think.
And Samson's wife wept before him and said, Thou dost but hate me, and lovest me not. Thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? And she wept.
Right. Man, we just gotta just pay more attention, because it's written in the old Quaker English, but he basically telling her, like, I ain't tell this to my mom or my daddy. What I'm gonna tell it to you for? And then you still gotta look at too, like how they basically using her against him early on in their marriage. Going to the woman, that's a tactic of the enemy.
Because they asked her to seduce him to get him to tell the secret.
And she look what she came with. She came with the weeping and And Samson's wife wept before him. And said, "Oh, you don't love me. Come on now.
Fake tears, all that.
Fake crocodile tears. Crocodile tears.
It connects to today, because a lot of times these women will listen to everybody else surrounding them and allow them to enter, their mind state to tell them to do things. To their husbands, especially the friends, especially the family. Especially with family.
And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down.
Verse 17.
7, I'm sorry. And she wept before him the 7 days while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day, 7 days of weeping, that he told her.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because she lay sore upon him. And she told the riddle to the children of her people.
Salakia. Now, he already done showed her a sign of weakness, because if you tell a woman something, you got to stand on that. And he already showed her that through consistent quarreling, nagging, that he would eventually give in to whatever her request is. He showed that early on in dealing with her. And you got to always remember that a woman is gonna try you to make sure you are who you say you are. And once you go against your own word, or what was said, laid down at the foundation, you go against it. Now she has figured out a way to get to you. And that's exactly what happened here.
Big facts, big facts. You can't get, we're going to continue reading on, but as we read on, he starts to, just like you said, his resolve starts to weaken towards this woman when his resolve was always in the Most High, that spirit of the Most High, the Ruach HaKodesh always coming down upon Samson. That was his strength. That was his true strength. But he started to divulge, spiritually his strength into his woman. And as soon as you do that, it's over. It's over. Your strength should always be the Most High at all times.
You're gonna give yourself over to lust. It's just a matter of time before it whittle you down to a toothpick. I've been there.
Or a piece of bread.
Yep. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down, what is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, if ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle.
All right. I gotta just pay attention now. You plowed with my heifer now.
And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them, which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Break that down right there, man.
Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. So therefore, on this section, that companion is not speaking as far as no polygamous situation. Whom he had used as his friend. One second.
No, his parents didn't want him to be with the woman, right?
Yeah, mother didn't want him.
Right. So this gathering was him, associating with her and her people, and he was given to his friend. I believe this what this is saying.
See, it already had referred to her as his wife. So
Right.
the spoils, but Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Let me see if I can find something on that in this. Yeah. Anybody got a Strong's? Get some clarification on how they're using that companion.
So if we keep reading, it does say in the next chapter that the father gave Samson's wife to his friend, his father's own friend. So we keep reading, it says, but it came to pass a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid, and he said, I will go in to my wife into the chamber, but her father would not suffer him to go in. Her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion, his father's companion, and not her. And it says, is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her.
So he hadn't gone into her yet.
Nah, he hadn't gone into it.
Yeah, because he's a Philistine, so their customs are probably different.
Custom is different. The Philistines, that's Palestinians, if I am mistaken.
So his wife Qadar was given to his father's friend.
I don't know, man, because back in those days, act of sex considered marriage. They didn't consider anyone to be husband and wife until they laid. So this is like some other wickedness right here.
But don't she was with Samson already. It says something about she laid sore and 7 days weeping on the bed, and
Yeah, exactly.
And she lay sore 7 days weeping on the bed, though. That was around the feast time. That's when she kept quarreling him about the riddle.
But also the men of the town told her, seduce your husband and get us to tell the riddle. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, there's something funny going there.
Yeah, in those days, the act of sex constituted marriage. So her father basically whored her out to his friend.
Wow.
And try to give him her younger sister instead. And that's not what the contract was originally.
It's not her younger sister fairer than she. I know the Israelite custom was for the older to get married first anyway, too.
It only makes more sense. It prevents women from becoming cat moms and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, they had it right for us, man. They set up the rules where we could follow. Everybody's a hardhead. Now, all you see is a lot of older women that want to pretend to be 20 years old, bodies already done, destroyed, you know, competing with younger women.
You don't stand a chance.
Nope.
Was in the store earlier. This 60-year-old Edomite woman comes in wearing a crop top. Yeah. Somebody, man.
Boy.
Modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, man. This place just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
60-year-old down here, boy, they be looking like blowfish. Botox and all that shot up in their face. Thinking they look young.
Where you at, Benai? ATL?
Nah, I'm in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Awesome.
Second, let me find that.
Wow. We left off on verse 3.
Come. I'm just looking. I didn't get a chance to look in this other dictionary for companion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Who keeps company with another one with whom a person frequently associates and converses. It differs from friend, says Johnson, as acquaintance. From confidence, the word does not necessarily imply friendship, but a companion is often or generally a friend. Companion of fools shall be destroyed. One who accompanies another, as two persons meeting casually and traveling together, are called companions. So soldiers are called companions in arms, a partner, an associate. Epaphroditus, my brother, and companion in labor, and fellow soldier, a fellow, a mate, a sort of wooden porch place. So now, companion is basically referring to outside of being a friend or a soldier, a fellow soldier. That's what it says in the American Dictionary, English language, 1828. So what was that? Verse 3. All right. Mike, read up.
And Samson said concerning them, now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure? And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail,
Mm.
and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails. And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both the shocks, and also the standing corn with the vineyards and olives. Then the Philistines said, who hath done this? And they answered, Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion.
Mm.
And the Philistines came up, wow, oh man, and burnt her and her father with fire. Damn. And Samson said unto them, though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you. And after all that I will cease. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the in the top of the rock, of the rock at Tam. Salakia. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah, and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, why are ye come up against us? And they answered, to bind Samson are we come up, to do him as he hath done to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rocks, Etam, and said to Samson, knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And he said unto them, as they did unto me, so have I done unto them. And they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines.
Men of Judah.
Samson said unto them, swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, no, but we will bind thee fast, and deliver thee into their hand. but surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with 2 new cords and brought him up from the rock.
They're ready to sell him out. So, got to get rid of you.
That's the same thing I'm seeing in my head. They turn on you quick, what? Turn you right on in.
When he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him.
The Spirit of the Most High
Sorry
again.
for the play. The Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. Oh, this is the one here. And he found the new jawbone of an ass and put forth his hand and took it and slew 1,000 men therewith. And Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called that place Ramath Lehi. And he was sore athirst, and called on the Lord, and said, Thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant, and now I shall die for thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised. But God clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Water. Wherefore he called the name thereof Enhakkor, which is in Lehi unto this day. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years.
20 years.
Somebody want to read chapter 16?
All right, want to go?
I got you.
Okay.
Book of Judges, chapter 16. Then went Samson to Gaza, and saw there an harlot, and went in unto her.
Damn.
God. And it was told that the Gazites, saying, Samson is come hither. And they compassed him in, and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and were quiet all the night, saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him. And Samson lay till midnight, and arose at midnight, and took the doors of the gate of the city, and the 2 posts, and went away with them, bar and all, and put them upon his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of the hill that is before Hebron. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and said unto her, Entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver.
Women, they've been setting men up, man. Been setting them up. Ain't nothing new.
And Delilah said to Samson, Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, If they bind me with 7 green withs that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green withs, which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the withs, and a thread of tow was broken. When it touched, and the thread of tow was broken when it touched.
As a thread.
Yeah. And he brake the withs as a thread of tow is broken when it toucheth the fire. So his strength was not known. And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liars in wait abiding in the chamber, and he brake them off his arms like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson, Hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awakened out of his sleep, and went away with the pin of the beam, and with the web. And she said unto him, How canst thou say, I love thee, when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart. Said unto her, There have not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto Yahweh, Supreme Elohim, from thy mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up this once, for he hath shown me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in her hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began.
Salakia, you realize how wicked this woman is? You realize not too long ago she was just crying, Thou don't love me. You won't tell me your secrets. Are you serious?
And that's the same thing he went through with the first one. Exact same thing, because she's being sent to him to seduce him from the same Philistine. And they know how they got that riddle at you the first time, they're gonna do it again. Same thing.
God.
Nothing new under the sun.
Very good, brother.
Nothing new under the sun. It happens today.
Every day, 5 times every 4 minutes.
See, they paid her too. They came with money in their hand.
And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep, and said, I will go out as at other times before, and shake myself. And he was not that the Supreme Elohim was departed from him. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit, the hair of his head began to grow again, after he was shaven, and the lords of the Philistines gathered them together, for to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon, their god.
You heard Hope, Salakia. Salakia. You heard what they said? Dagon. Dagon. The Nomo in the African continent, how they spoke of their god, the Dagon. You get what I'm trying to tell you? And all that stuff there. So they're not necessarily worshiping the Most High, is what I'm saying.
No, they not worshiping the Most High at all.
Yeah. I
They
think
all that different.
the brother Naphtali went into detail about a lot of things, but it's funny because it's not really funny, but it's interesting how you always be like dag on it, dang on it, dang on something. Pretty close to dag on. That's just something to think about.
You're right. This is not even ironic. It's ill that you said that.
Yeah, but it's they weren't serving the Most High. They weren't serving the Most High. One true living Allah, Yahshua Allah.
The Philistines is the Palestinians, according to modern day time. The Palestinians.
And the Palestinians, they are like Yemen and all of that, like Yemen.
1 second, I got all this wrote down. Original 18 nation.
I got a map that has all the ancient names of places, and it puts it over. It like outlines it over a current map, right? So it'll give you insight as to this is where this was going on at, and things like that. That's definitely something to look into.
Yeah, definitely need that. I'm behind a few books. In your book, does it say where Palestine is?
No. Mine, I'm looking up something that had some notes.
Yeah, I think I got notes in there. Pretty sure you could Google it though.
I'm using the phone and things, so I don't want to mess up the thing.
Gotcha.
And I'll take note of that though. That's something that I should write down and for research later as well.
Salakia, Yashabin, you can continue.
So they said, our God hath delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hand. And when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, our God hath delivered into our hands our enemy, and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, and they said, call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he had made them sport. And they set him between the pillars. And Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. Now when the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there, and there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport. And Samson called unto Yahweh and said, O Yahweh, Supreme Elohim, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O Supreme Elohim, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. And Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne, up of the one with his right hand, and out of the other with his left. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than he slew in his life.
Mm.
Then his brethren and all the house of his fathers came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Asau in the burying place of Manoah his father. And he judged Israel 20 years.
Come. It's a lot to learn from that story. A lot. And one of the main things that stuck out to me was that every time it was the spirit of the Most High that came upon him. Every time, even when he down to his last days, he knew where his strength came from. He prayed to the Most High to strengthen him. So it's just
but it is said earlier in the precept too that the Most High wanted to punish the Philistines for enslaving his people.
Come.
What's sad about that is so many of us are so dumbed down. We're happy in our slavery today.
Well,
Like a lot of folks just been assimilated into being a slave. Like it's not nothing. It's weird to be, being Israelite. It's weird to speak truth. It's weird to, like, we're looked at as being weirdos. You know what I mean? But it's all good in the end.
In the land of the insane, the sane will be deemed insane.
It's like once you come into this truth, it's very hard for you to go back into that world, not see what you've been reading about. The Most High got a way of preparing you for a lot of things, and then he'll put it right in front of you. Or I could say that it's been in front of you the whole time. It's just you always overlooked it. And once the Most High open your eyes, now you know that you're responsible for that. You can't say you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be real hard for you to go back into the world and not suffer 10 times more than what you was already suffering once you come into this truth, because you can't get away from the truth, man.
I promise you, any one of us could leave our house right now and walk about maybe for 4 minutes or maybe drive for 5 minutes and get out the car. There's Delilah right there waiting for you.
Oh yeah. You best believe it.
She's waiting for you. She got on something tight with fake nails and fake eyelashes and fake hair. And if you just say the right thing, she'll give it up the same night. And you'll be laying down with all them entities too.
Cool. Yeah, that's one of the big takeaways from the story of Samson. It's giving your strength unto the woman. You heard it in the song. You heard it in the song. This there's a precept I wanted to bring out while we was going in. Let me get it real quick. It's the book of James. See, I had it on my phone just now. Man, Most High can't tempt man. Man is only tempted by his own lust. What is that, James?
Oh man, Con, that's on point, huh?
Yeah.
James 1 and I'm gonna start at 13. I go. It's the book of James, chapter 1, verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yah. For Yahuwah cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. Verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
Huh.
So after the sin was breaking his covenant unto the Most High, just for a woman, just for Eve.
Huh.
He broke the covenant with the Most High, and the Most High was merciful enough to give him, to put the Spirit on him towards that end, for him to be able to take out the Philistines.
Go out with a bang.
Right. But it's not like you hear some people talk about, people be talking about, the devil is in my ear, the devil. No such thing. We're not stupid, especially when you get at a certain age. You're not stupid. You just do things because you succumb to lust. You succumb to your own temptations. And when that happens, it brings forth sin, and the wages of sin is death.
All starts in the mind.
I'll be honest to say, there was a point in my life where I was so fiended out for constant sexual gratification that if I had sex twice on Monday, I'm already planning where I'm gonna get it Wednesday, Saturday, my off day Sunday. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Those sort of wicked ways, right? Never realizing that I'd actually get to a point where I never thought this was possible for me to get to a point where I'm not having sex and I'm very happy within myself. Sometimes I stand up in my backyard and I say, I can't believe this. That's how much of a crackhead I was for vagina. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but just to keep it real. I'm very pleased as a man to be able to hold myself. And the energy around me now is not a lustful love. It's just a pure love. You get what I'm saying? And it feels wonderful, to play with my daughter and my nephew together at the park, running around with them, playing little games, the little things, man, to enjoy them fully and not suffering through them just to hurry up to get to sex again. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm grateful, man. And the scriptures just show you. It shows you. It's right in front of you. It left the blueprint. We the ones that fall short. I give thanks.
I'm gonna bring out a quick precept. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 25. Through 29. And this goes pretty much right along. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 25. I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, this only have I found, that Yahweh hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. And pretty much the story of Samson basically defined verses 25 through 28, because he applied his heart to search and to seek out the wisdom. And that's basically what Samson did when he started giving his heart to this woman.
Cool.
You giving her everything, your substance. And then in verse 26 of Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, he said he finds it more bitter than death, the woman whose hands is bands, whose heart is a snare and nets, her hands as bands. That defines Delilah to a T.
Cool.
She was sent there to trap you.
You fell for it.
If
all you think about, if all is in your heart, if all that's in your heart, really your mind, is to please a woman, it's over for you. Because when that breaks down, when that falls apart, when she betrays you, when something happens, this, that, and the third, what else are you gonna go after? The Most High is eternal, right? The Most High doesn't betray his own people. I mean, you gotta think about it, like he had a plan for Samson from the beginning. Sent the angel down, told the mother, "Look, you're not gonna do this, that, and the third." I mean, from the before he was even brought into existence, he already knew, what Samson was going to be and what he was going to do, but just what he was going to be. And it's like that precept you just brought up. Man just decides to go on into his own deviations. You go into your own, you start doing your own things instead of seeking the Most High. I mean, imagine having the power to rent a line. I mean, and getting broken down by a prostitute. Damn.
That's another thing too. Like, you see how clearly it states that in the scriptures. Like, he went and slept with a harlot. So that's already showing you, a weakness of Samson with them women.
So
it's the weakness of all of us.
Yeah.
That's majority. If we have a problem, I guarantee you Eve was involved.
That's how you gotta know to deal with them in a certain manner to where you don't go through this. Because it's possible.
When you're on your purpose, and see, this is, and from watching Kahan, I'm such a true believer. The only thing you need be on your purpose with the Most High first. You don't never have to look back. There'll be a woman behind you. But now, if you're looking to please a woman, you already lost, because she's already pleasing somebody else, because she knows she got you on lock. So you get what I'm saying? That's deep, man. It's deep.
That's something I stress that a lot. To stay focused on your purpose, man. Stay your mission on your purpose.
Pages and push-ups, man.
Word. Stay focused on your mission and your purpose. Can't stress that enough, huh?
Spirit was on him every time. I mean, I think about the Ruach HaKodesh like this sometimes, because the tabernacle, only certain people could get in, and it always had to stay set apart, right? Like that's how Samson's body was treated. Is he was set apart, for the Most High from birth, right? His being a Nazarite, the Spirit would dwell upon him mightily, and once he once he let that foreign substance into his mind, into his heart, into his spirit, the temple was defiled. He let it break down the temple, defile the temple.
You let her cause you to do something, or why ain't gonna say cause him to do something. You gave her wisdom of of a covenant between you and the Most High that you've been keeping from birth. Like you shouldn't even value no woman like that. You basically gave her all your substance, and then it's like he so much was, I'm gonna just call it how I see it, so much of a sucker for love that you supposed to peep it when she kept asking you, and like every night you waking up, oh, the Philistines, come on, man, ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna lay next to you, woman. You know, woke me up 3 nights in a row talking about Philistines at the door. Come on.
That shows you, you know, that weakness when every time we get done in, it's the woman could be rotten, man, but it's that the way she serves up the lust is why you always rationalize, I'm gonna go back. You see, because they know how to put it on you and do all the nasty stuff that you like, and that's what messes you up. See, you got to be strong.
That's the reason why she performed in them sheets.
Recognize the distraction.
I already
That's
heard
how
it.
you thinking, man.
It's in the songs.
I'm just grateful I have some strength and to be continuing to grow strength against it as someone who was weak at one point and powerless. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest. There's no sense in lying, man. I didn't think I would see a way out. And I'm gonna tell you why. I was planning more than anything. There's a lot of dudes out here that the only thing they're planning is sex. You hear what I'm telling you? That's the only thing they care about. And if it's not sex, it's new sex. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's their only drive. I stay far away from them, man. Far away. I'm good, man.
You'll definitely see the difference though in your lifestyle. Cut them no good women off. A lot of things start working for you. I done been through it. I done seen a lot from dealing with these women. I know all about it. Best thing you can do is hit them with the stiff arm. For real, because it's just you gaining your power back. You taking your power back. Being weak for the box, that ain't no good space for a man.
Gone.
It's almost like you got a mental block just going on when you succumb to a woman. Kahan be saying it, but it's true. Like when we don't see brothers, they disappear for a while. Probably with an Eve. You get sucked into the succubus. You just get sucked into the succubus. It's like you going into what's the type of sand? Sinking sand. You know what I mean? Like you keep trying to fight out of it. But that's a precept, isn't it? What's the precept? We've been over it 100 times. Like a deep ditch. Like a deep ditch. That's what it is. We go find that.
Yeah, we think it hard.
And don't get me wrong, and I want to say this for anyone who might watch this future broadcast. I don't think there's not a man in this room that would not love a righteous woman until he leaves this earth. You get what I'm saying? But the issue is that now our sisters are so. I keep it real. I promise you, 80% of the younger women that are out and about in New York now have already probably surpassed my body count in a summer.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Without a doubt.
Okay, so how can I invest in something? No, there's no righteous man that wants to invest in a woman like that. And then again, you're not even supposed to. That's not even an investment. She's not going to bear any fruit.
Like that. I got a precept. Give me 1 second. Talking about the daughters of Zion, like a lodge in a cucumber field. 1 second. 1 second. Isaiah. We ain't supposed to be dealing with no hoes. Call it is what it is.
Unfortunately, so many of our women are very debased. All they're going to show you is what their physical, what they have to offer. There's nothing to offer. It's not. It's sad, man. As a man, I never thought I'd be speaking like this.
Come on. Yeah, 1 and 8. Come on. This the vision from Prophet Isaiah, Yeshaya, and talking about the sinful nation, the state of Israel. Book of Isaiah, Yeshaya, chapter 1, verse 8. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Now, to break that down, if you know what a cottage is, inside of a vineyard, a lodge, in a garden, that's the small storehouse. So now, if he's saying the daughters of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers. So if you storing a whole bunch of cucumbers inside this cottage, that's what the daughters of Zion have become like. That's a lot of cucumbers in the field.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So it's just, not.
If it's anyhow making a reference to the fact that 90% of our women are very, very out of shape, I don't know.
No, what that's stating, because it's talking, like if you read up a couple of verses, a couple down a couple of verses, it's speaking on like what's the word I'm looking for? The sodomy, the sinful thing.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Cucumber is what they use cucumber for today.
Right.
That cottage inside the vineyard, that's where you store the grapes at. But it's saying a lodge inside a cucumber field. So all them cucumbers out the field is being stored inside this lodge.
Wow.
And it's comparing the daughters of Zion to this lodge.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's going on too, for sure. Hardcore. Wow, man.
It's just something for us as men to be mindful. The women be a lot about shortcomings, downfalls, and whatnot, but just be mindful. Even as you walking in this truth, be mindful of who you deal with. You are the prize, not them.
Salakia, brothers. I just want to thank y'all for this lesson today. Just want to commend you, brothers, for delivering this message. It was an excellent teaching for all you brothers, man, that's on the panel.
Come.
I'm just happy to be here. I was humble and honored. Kahan gave me the invite, and I'm very proud and honored to be able to share the classroom with the brothers.
Cool.
Yeah, because I think that from the lesson, Samson didn't have no brotherhood. Like he didn't have any brothers to cling to when this woman kept on coming to him every day, telling him, "What's your strength?" And that's what I push. You know what I'm saying? When you just dealing with a woman by yourself only, man, you start to treat her as if like something to confine, and also when it comes to your giving your heart away, and if you got brothers that you can call on to ask their opinion on a situation that you might be going through with your rib, you need that type of thing, and from the story right there, you can see that he never had anybody that he can go to um for these situations he was dealing with these heathen women, and he never had nobody to tell him to stop. Yo, what's going on? What you dealing with these heathen women? You seen how the first one did you? You know what I'm saying? It's the same pattern that you don't see this pattern. He didn't have nobody to talk to. He didn't have the same he didn't have the admiration. I won't say admiration, I ain't gonna say the respect, but he didn't see how his mother and father, he didn't respect their word. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in, why you want to deal with these women? Why you want to deal with women from your own nation? He didn't have enough, trust in them to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? He gave into his flesh, and that's also a part. Some brothers don't listen to their parents after why they think that they know more than what their parents do. And some instances, what I'm saying, your family might be a part of the world and not being the truth, so it's not you know a wise thing to do to listen to your parents if they're in the world. But in some situations, you got to also give respect to the elders because they've been here before you. You know what I'm saying? If Samson didn't do these things, who knows? He would have been doing it for more than 20 years. He probably would have been avenging our people for the Philistines. You know what I'm saying? But since he was taken down by this woman, he had to give only 20 years out of his life, and that wasn't even the plan for him. You know what I'm saying? From the Most High, it was supposed to be longer than that. But see, you see how dealing with the woman that has a hidden agenda, because that's what I believe. I think every woman has a hidden agenda, man. You know what I'm saying? So from that story, you see that she had an agenda, a secret agenda that he didn't realize that was behind. You know what I'm saying? Behind her. So, I just feel like if he didn't do that, he would have been serving them, doing the Most High's work for more than that. So, the brotherhood is important. It's very important, man. Like, I stress that a lot because, not the Most High didn't make you here to be alone, obviously, because he said that he made the woman, right? Because he saw that Adam it was not good for man to be alone. But then the first woman he made, you saw what she did. She betrayed him. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at these things as you have to be circumspect, and you're always supposed to cling to the Most High. But the Bible was written by men, so the Most High is dealing with men. You get what I'm saying? So you have to have the brotherhood, because when the Mashiach came, he didn't get 6 women and 6 men. He got 12 men. You get what I'm saying?
Ordained order. Come on with it.
So if he was wise enough to know that I'm going to get 12 men, the Mashiach knew that you can't in the spirit. Women can't really get in the spirit like men can get in the spirit. You get what I'm saying? And even those brothers were struggling to stay in the spirit. They's constantly asking Mashiach, "Oh, we giving everything to this truth. What's the reward for this? You know what I mean?" So they was even being tempted in the spirit to fall out the truth. You know what I'm saying? But how easy it'll be for a woman? You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at Lot's wife, she couldn't let go of the Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? So you see that the woman is easy tempted to get out to be not in the spirit and to not be in the truth. She's easily tempted. You know what I'm saying? Because look at Eve. Eve had the paradise, man. She had paradise. She had the road that the woman wants now, where the man is taking care of all of the bills. You know what I'm saying? He's taking care of all the business. You know what I mean? She had that. She had everything. You know what I'm saying?
Still wasn't enough.
That wasn't enough. So that guy right there gotta tell you that the women are never going to be satisfied in this plane right now, in this system right now, in this earthly temporary world we living in. The woman is never going to be satisfied, man. No matter what you do. It don't matter what you do. Like, look at all these brothers that's millionaires. You know what I'm saying? All these men that's millionaires, they losing their wife after 20 years. She wants a divorce and she's 60, 50. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're 50 years old. Like, what life are you trying to find outside of being married for 20 years, man? You know what I'm saying? These women is because the liberation that this world is prescribing to these females, that they feel like it's something better outside of playing their role as a wife, as a mother, as a homemaker, as a gardener. You know what I'm saying? These women don't know how to plant vegetables no more, man. These women don't know how to sew. These women have lost their way in this world. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
They have lost who the Most High created them for. You know what I mean? And to me, we dealing with low frequency women in America, man. We're not dealing with the woman we're supposed to be dealing with, man. And we have to stoop down to this low level of dealing with these females, you know what I'm saying, in America, because, we if brothers can't travel outside America, you can't see what's really out there. You know what I'm saying? We only on one part of the world, you know what I'm saying? We not in the other part of the world where we can see different cultures and different upbringings and how women operate, you know what I'm saying, outside of America. You know what I mean? Which is Babylon, man. Land of confusion. You know what I'm saying? So, we not dealing with women that's worthy of us. Because when you in this truth, your worthiness level goes up. Your stock goes up, man. You know what I'm saying? You're no longer at a low frequency as when you was in the world, where you just dealing with any type of woman just for some, for some late night fun, you know what I mean? But when you get in this truth, you start to elevate your mind, your character, and you start to evaluate women in a different way, and you see that we dealing with low frequency women here, man. So you brothers just watch out, man. You brothers just, stay circumspect in the spirit, man. And, you got to deal with them, wisely, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, as men, we look at the woman's past. They looking for a future with us. You know what I'm saying? They want to see if you a man that's going to give them a future that they want.
That's a valid point, man. Brotherhood, it keeps me very strong. That's a very valid point, brother.
Iron sharpens iron.
Cool.
Anybody else got anything they want to get out? Because we're running short on the time. Doc going to go live on Deprogramming Lightning at 10 o'clock. Doc Tuesdays.
Cool.
Appreciate y'all, brothers. I'll see y'all in the next joint.
All right.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom. Akwa.
Hallelujah.
Thanks
to the Most High, being able to fellowship with the brothers once again.
Next time, brothers, y'all brothers can reach out to me anytime too, man. Like, if y'all need to, man. Like, just wanted to stress that point, man. Because we living in some dark times right now, man. And anything can happen, man. So, y'all can always reach out to me, man. If you need my number, you can get it from Qadar. You know what I'm saying? He got it.
Come. I get
appreciate that, brother.
Swap out contacts with you as well, Jim.
All right, brothers. Y'all have a good night, man.
All right. Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
Lucky. I just want to encourage everybody who tuned in to tune in to Deprogram Enlighteners channel. Starting
So,
at 10.
so lucky, I changed it to 1020 up.
I
Yeah.
guess.
All right.
David said, "Peace, Kings."
Peace, King. Oh man, I didn't even see Manny Man was in there. Shalom, Manny.
Oh, there you go, Manny. Shalom, Manny. See Eric White. Shalom, Eric. Roscoe.
Jacob, wake up.
Come.
Brother Yusef. Oh, I ain't look at the comments not one time.
See Ali in there.
Fernando. Talik. Alicia. Yeah. Right, Alicia. Of Talik. Tonight was a good little lesson.
I don't know if the brother Stefan is still watching, but when I was talking about that map, a lot of times in these Bibles they'll have maps in the back, so you'll be able to see the ancient times, kind of how in certain eras, and be able to get an understanding.
I got one, but I gotta find it. It's on this bookshelf. That type of map that you was talking about. I done even seen it in a couple of Bibles as well.
And I was looking at the after Samson had beaten everybody with the jawbone of an ass, that Ramoth Lehi is the meaning of it, the high place of the jawbone. So a lot of times events will happen in the scriptures, and then it'll say, now this place is called such and such to this day. It has a significance.
That's the difference from the Hebrew. The Greek is everything. It either has a meaning, a name, or a purpose. Nothing is just called something, like how Esau does.
Right.
Every name has a purpose.
Cool.
Some type of event that occurred. This goes to show you how the Most High operate. Everything done in decency and order.
Everything has a purpose. Everything has a purpose.
And it's like, I'm gonna go back and read that again tonight. This is like, the more you read it and the more things that you learn, you go back and read it, you start seeing things that you didn't see the first time.
Especially when you start using that Strong's and that Bible dictionary. Okay. Now we start to get to it.
You breaking down every single word and what the author's intent was when he placed that word there.
Big facts. And on top of that, you get you a Sefer or something like that. If you got a Sefer, that's totally different.
That's Sefer taking it to that level, yeah. Samson was weak for them ones, bro. Crazy. Something to think about.
weakness.
That's something. Really think about how the same thing happened the first time with the first woman. Same exact tactics. Nag him until he give in.
He should have took that warning. Should have took heed. I see a little bit, not a little bit. I see, mercy from the Most High at the end. Like I said earlier, just the fact that he put the spirit on him to completely destroy everything, all that stuff on the Philistines, because he realized his fault. So, okay, wow, the spirit of the Most High was on me. I had unbelievable supernatural strength, and I let it go just for some box, man. It's crazy, prostitute box at that.
Crazy.
No, that's been used. Crazy.
Oh, I said, nothing new under the sun. Nothing. 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 I ain't gonna lay down with a straight trick. You gotta call it how it is. Lay down with a straight trick. Straight trick, man. Brothers, man, you got to know your worth. Got to know your worth. Can't be out here just dealing with any of. They ain't even worthy of your time. Some of these, not. You'll see your life would be better off not even dealing with them type of women.
Come on.
You'll see the elevation of yourself. Like I was saying this earlier, how when we was on the phone earlier, how you can be dealing with a certain chick at your worldly stage, and then when you come into the truth, your eyes open and you start to see, and when you look at this woman, you try to figure out what in the world was I doing with this woman. And that's the Most High opening your eyes and just showing you where he brought you from.
Come.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the truth, I mean, you think these women will abide by scriptures, will follow the way of life you following? I mean, you still got to be circumspect about that. So it's a whole nother thing, man. You got to be circumspect at all times. Clean said something that was really good. Was true. Is that brotherhood is important as well, because brothers will point out things to you that either number one you don't see, or number two you see but you neglecting to just go ahead and admit it, and number three just a different type of a knowledge, because brothers may went through something that you going through right now, or a similar type of situation, and they'll be able to point it out to you. Just that wisdom from when the elders speak. Listen to when brothers are speaking. I mean, you gotta take it all in. That's what a brotherhood is for, is to come and correct you, to put knowledge on you, just to help you understand what you're going through and what you could go through, to warn you. Take heed. Take heed when the elders speak. It's in the songs.
One person went through it already. You done went through it for you. You ain't gotta go through it. Hey, please don't do it. Big law.
I mean, that's what the story of Samson is. Most High put the spirit on somebody to put this in the scriptures for a reason, right? It's to take heed, like, okay, brothers, read this, and boom, take heed, follow that. Don't succumb to Eve. Don't succumb to wicked Eve. All that strength and more strength than Solomon. I mean, let's start lifting skyscrapers.
What's that scripture? Open up. It's Romans 15:4. Bring out this precept. It's the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
You said that was what verse was that in Romans?
Romans chapter 15, verse 4.
15:4.
Things written aforetime for our learning. That's what it's there for. Stories. That's what we learn through. Stories, experiences. We gotta take heed. That's mandatory, because 10 times out of 10, when the elder speaking to you, trying to tell you something, they not just running their mouth.
Cool.
They're telling you something from experience. It's just you gotta really just be paying attention. Have to pay attention. Most High put you in front of these elders to tell you certain things, give you that warning. A lot of times, we don't be seeing what the enemy be putting together for our demise. We don't see it. Most High see it. We send you that warning.
You can't ever be too proud to take knowledge, especially from elders, especially if they already walked the path you're walking. Always be willing to learn. Always be willing to open up, get rid of that pride and take heed.
Right here. Everything you need right here. It's either through one of the experiences of the elders, or experience of your Akim, or it's gonna be in them scriptures. Well, it's gonna be in the scriptures. Most High always put somebody in front of you to articulate it to you through their experiences. He can always prepare you for
it. So every time Elder David be saying this, but it's true. You gotta find yourself inside the scriptures sometimes. You be reading, you like, okay, I done went through something similar to this, so okay, this is what happened to me right now. Mm-hmm. It's just real life. I mean, this is not no fictional story. These are real things that happen. Real life.
I think that'd be one of most people's how can I say, that's one of the reasons most people don't grasp a lot of things in the scriptures, because they open the Bible and be trying to read it like it's a book, like a novel, when it's a living word. Like, it's just saying
facts.
It's all truth, and you may not grasp it or get it all right now, but I guarantee you what you read gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. And the more times you go back and read it, the definitions of words, your understanding of different words, it comes in. Man.
Put it like this, like you ever get like a new phone or something? Like you had never had this phone, or you using something for the first time. Like, what the hell is going on? You looking at, you don't understand what's going on. You come back to it the second time, you start to, okay, this is what this is, this is what this is. That's how the scriptures keep coming. And each time you come back to the scriptures, you find new things. New things in it.
I agree with Clean 100%. That iron sharpen iron, that brotherhood, that's one of the main things, because Most High, we got to look at it as everybody play their role in the body. You know, one person's the arm, one person the bicep, the tricep, another person the hamstring, and kneecap. There's no one person that's playing every role. Everybody got to put in what the Most High has strengthened them in, and bring that to the table. And then once that iron sharpens iron, everybody be sharp.
Come on.
Everybody be sharp. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing. Brotherhood, man.
What's that precept?
Psalms 133.
Come on, that's the one that Jacob Wake Up always put in the chat. Psalms 133. Come on. It really helps brothers stay diligent. When we have these Bible studies. Thank the Most High for these, for real. So you start to it's just a part of your lifestyle. Like, this is your life now. Study scriptures now. Like this is what you do. Increase in knowledge. You pray, ask the Most High wisdom, guidance, and leadership to be able to lead your family, but able to lead those around you, to be able to be the man of the Most High.
Somebody in your family could be in contact with the Most High instead of the family just being running wild.
Come on.
You got a man in there that he could, put some understanding on that can articulate it to the rest of the family. If not, you're gonna be up in that Christian church. So where he gonna lead you?
It's crazy. I see, like, I had the Bible studies playing, out loud in the living room or whatever. Only person that would ever be really attentive, it was the youngest one in the house, was my little sister. Everybody else seen it like, oh, okay, there he go. He talking about the Bible again. He talking about this and that. Like, it's like a point where we not reading the same book, even though I literally am reading the Bible, the book that y'all don't decide to read, for yourselves to seek a better understanding. You rather go listen to some preacher or whatever. I don't know. It's like, wow.
That's how it is, though, especially with the family. Like, one thing I have yet to see was two biological brothers in the truth.
Damn, you're right. You're right about that.
And the majority of the time, it's always the youngest. Majority of the time, it be the youngest that's receptive to the word. I've rarely seen two biological brothers in the truth.
Oh.
And another thing too, like I see too, the Most High, like, he got his people spread it. I don't know the reason for that, but he do have us spread it out, like, and to take a quick guess at it, I would want to say probably, we were all entitled to a geographical location, like, because I look at it like, okay, you where you at, and Most High put the truth on you. So now, as you living out your days or whatnot, it's like you cover a certain area. You get what I'm trying to say?
It's almost like I see what you're saying. Like, I see exactly what you're saying. But there's got to be, like, the fishermen's got to be spread out.
It can't all be in the same
place.
Be spread out.
We got to be at different ports. You know what I mean? We got to be at different ports. We got to fish in different areas. We all got the same bait. You know, we all using the same bait. It's just we all got to be spread. You know, four corners of the earth. One day, Most High, we reunite. Right now, we the fishermen, we the hunters.
It might be time. The live stream will start at 10:30.
Come on, 10:30. You Akis are not gonna get rid of me.
I think we should do one for Elder Marty Ma. Put a song together for Elder Marty Ma.
Come on. You got that shout out in Worldly Negroes.
Come on. 2-1.
Marty Moore.
Shout out to Marty Ma, the King of Cali.
Speaking of elders, man, that was an elder with just experience.
Come on, that was a soldier there.
Come on.
Elder Marty Ma was a soldier. And that's why I be saying too, like, we gotta cherish the moments. You know what I'm saying? Most High be putting them elders in front of us for a reason.
Come on.
Elder Marty Ma wasn't no joke. Stay telling us to pay attention, take it serious. Yeah.
Just puts things into perspective, right? Like how fast time really goes by. Wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep. Next thing you know, I was thinking about it today. It's already August.
Calm.
I mean, like this year is about to go by. It feel like it just started, according to the calendars. You know what I mean? But it felt like it just started.
Yeah. Time be flying though, when you staying busy.
Right.
Especially learning this stuff, man. Oh man. Boy, this been a good year. The past 6 months, things I've learned. Phew.
Come on.
Whoa. Past 6 months. Yeah. I'm talking about nowhere near the same person from 6 months ago.
Come on.
The water, Kahan, for the lobotomy. Water,
Total brain reconstruction surgery.
Kahan.
It's needed though. If you want to get rid of that old man, that's what you got to do.
Kahan. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Well, boy, ain't no Israelites talking this stuff, boy.
Not at all.
No, I'm talking about. Boy, I ain't never heard no Israel. Man, I ain't gonna talk about it. Man, I ain't never heard nobody talking about no debtor creditor. Not no Israelite.
I never really heard those terms used like to refer to, living beings.
Con.
I never heard a lot of words of calm be used.
Aphasia.
Yeah, I never really heard that word until aphasia. What is that?
And see, that's the thing about it, because he gonna throw you them words. It's on you to go look it up.
Con.
Once you go look it up, just add it to your vocabulary now.
Con.
Okay.
All right, Shalom. So we're about to start on the other side now, man.
Con.
Put a little time over here, man. Let's start this stream over there. So we're gonna say Shalom over here, man.
Shalom.